Imagine you're floating, weightless, no floor, no ceiling, just you, a blank page, and a pencil. You reach out to write, but the graphite never touches the paper. Why? Because physics doesn't care about your homework in space. Let's break the silence of space with a scribble. Let's rewind a bit. Back on Earth, a pencil is simple. Carbon pressed into wood. You press it down. Friction does the rest. The graphite rubs off, and voila, your secrets, sketches, or grocery list appear on the page. But what happens if you're 250 miles above the Earth? No gravity, no up, no down. Just Newton, Einstein, and your floating body trying to write something. So, can a pencil actually work in zero gravity? Short answer, yes. Long answer, not the way you think. First, understand this. Space isn't just floaty, it's uncooperative. In zero gravity, Newton's first law becomes your personal nightmare. Objects in motion stay in motion, which includes your hand, your paper, your pencil, and every molecule of graphite you try to leave behind. Try to press a pencil to paper. The paper floats away, or the pencil slips, or your entire body drifts backward like you're trying to draw while skydiving blindfolded. Even if you do manage to hold the paper down and start scribbling, there's another problem: graphite dust. On Earth, it just falls to the desk. You blow it away, you wipe it off. In space, it floats, it hovers, it invades. And here's the kicker. Graphite is a conductor. That innocent little dust cloud can creep into air filters, electronics, and ventilation systems. Now imagine tiny, floating, conductive particles clogging your life support system. Yeah, not ideal. This is exactly why NASA, and later the Soviets, got picky about their pens. More on that in a minute. Technically, yes, a pencil doesn't need gravity to function. It works by abrasion. As long as there's pressure and friction, graphite will transfer to paper. In microgravity, astronauts can and have used pencils, but they had to anchor everything. Some would tape paper to clipboards, strap themselves to seats, or even hold their knees up to their chest to stabilize their motion just to jot down a single word. But then came the myth. You've probably heard the joke. NASA spent millions developing a pen that writes in space. The Russians used a pencil. Sounds smart, efficient, a little smug. Also, completely false. Here's what really happened. Both American and Soviet space agencies initially used pencils, but after the 1967 Apollo 1 fire, where flammable materials and oxygen-rich environments proved to be a deadly mix, NASA grew wary. Turns out, pencils posed multiple risks: graphite dust, dangerous in electronics, flammable wood casings, serious fire hazard, broken tips, tiny projectiles in zero G. So, NASA searched for an alternative. Enter Paul C. Fisher. He developed the Fisher Space Pen, a pen that used pressurized ink cartridges capable of writing upside down underwater through grease, and yes, in space. Cost to NASA about $2.39 per pen, not millions. And the best part? The Soviets bought them too. Here's where it gets fun. In space, you're not just dealing with zero gravity, you're also dealing with microgravity. It's not the absence of gravity, but its minimization. Your pencil still has mass, your hand still has inertia, but without gravity pinning you down, every force you apply comes with a consequence. You push the pencil, your body moves. You try to brace the paper, your fingers drift. It's a ballet of physics, every movement rippling outward. And the friction you need to make graphite smear, it still exists. Because friction isn't about gravity, it's about contact and resistance. But controlling that contact, that's the challenge. But here's the twist. It's not the pencil that's the problem. It's you. Your muscles evolved on Earth. Your coordination depends on gravity. Remove that, and suddenly writing becomes a full-body coordination task. Astronauts have described it like trying to sign a check while underwater on a roller coaster with mittens on. And yet, they adapt. Velcro pads, magnetic surfaces, duct tape, human innovation at its finest. And pencils, occasionally still used but mostly retired. You might ask, who cares? Well, the act of writing, communicating, is fundamental. Recording observations, solving math problems, drawing escape plans. In the void of space, where a single mistake could cost lives, being able to jot down a number or draw a diagram matters more than ever. And here's the irony. In the most advanced environment humans have ever created, the International Space Station, sometimes the most valuable tool is a piece of wood with some carbon inside, as long as you don't breathe too hard. So, could a pencil write in zero gravity? Yes. But maybe it shouldn't. Not because it can't, but because in space, the smallest thing can become a problem. And when you're hurtling around the Earth at 17,000 miles per hour, a floating pencil tip might be the one thing you never see coming.